All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Full Buddy Cast. We had a great 2019. We were going to have a great 2020 as well. We're going to do all the same shows. We're going to add some new guests. I've already been in works with that. Check out our new YouTube channel. We've got that as well. One thing that I'm going to start doing for 2020 is takebackyourlifenow.net. That is Bobby Martinez and Liz Martinez, their company. What it is that you get at-home or in-gym workout programs, nutritional help, as well as complete 30, 60, and 90-day workout programs. Again, you can check that out at takebackyourlifenow.net. All Full Buddy Cast customers get 20% off with the coupon code FBC2020. So I'm going to jump on the program. I want you to jump on the program with me. I'd love to get a few people doing it with me. We can check in. We'll create our own group. We can message back and forth. But check it out. TakeBackYourLifeNow.net.
Hollerin with Hollenbeck.
Holleback. Joey Hollenbeck.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to Full Buddy Cast. We've got Hollerin with Hollenbeck, Joey Hollenbeck on the mic.
Let's go.
We got my wife Jamie in here as well.
Hi.
Way to get amped, Jamie. So we are going to start hitting the gridiron. When I mean gridiron, I mean your guys' ears. You guys are the playing field, and we're going to just pound all over it, if you know what I mean. First up, we're going to go with that Super Bowl predictions. Now, Super Bowl is a little bit of a ways away, but are we wanting to predict right now? Because this could be released in 3 weeks and we know who the Super Bowl is. But we can also be geniuses too.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do that. Let's be geniuses. This is what we're seeing. We're recording this January 7th. And so that means that we still have the first round. Wild card is passed. We got the divisional round and then the conference. And then we hit the Super Bowl. Who are you thinking, Jamie? Who's your AFC, NFC?
I don't know much about that.
Okay.
Give it a
Titans.
breakdown. Give it a breakdown.
Okay. We got
Titans.
You think? Okay, you just said that.
And he's going to cut off his
Wiener.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got the Titans, Baltimore Ravens. You've got the Chiefs, and you've got I'm blanking. Chiefs versus I'm blanking.
I have to.
I'll go for the Chiefs.
Chiefs is a good call.
Travis Kelce.
I like that name.
But against Seattle, so we'll win.
So Chiefs. So you're saying Chiefs Seahawks?
Sure.
Okay, Joey, what are you saying?
He's trying to figure out that other team.
Texans are playing.
That's
the
right,
Chiefs.
Texans. That's why they're so unforgettable. They're not going to go anywhere.
Duke Johnson.
There's something about the Titans I really like right now.
Titans are they're amped.
They are pumped. I like the way Titans are rolling. I also like the Chiefs. Chiefs are tough. Baltimore. I think Baltimore. And I mean, I want to say the Seahawks.
Me
I just
too.
don't know if it's feasible. I'm gonna say Baltimore and
The Pack.
no, I hate the Packers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Screw it. I'm gonna go Baltimore, Seattle.
Okay, Baltimore, Seattle. I like that. I'm going to go Baltimore, Seattle, too. I've already was going to say that, so I'm not even stealing Joey's. I got to tell you guys a story. What happened?
Well, Pat, looks like he's having a hell of a time trying to put this microphone stand back on the table.
Okay.
Oh, there he goes. Holy shit, Pat.
Okay. You guys never make anything easy to edit, so you know. Never.
This is your setup, bro.
We'll do the same thing over here. All right, so
I got Ravens, Seahawks.
Ravens, Seahawks. I said the same thing.
Because you're begging. You're win. But what?
I've already said that.
And for the record, I said Chiefs and Seahawks.
Okay, Sarah, let me tell you this story real quick. Okay, I told you this the other day when I went to the ski with a bunch of guys.
That's skiing for people who don't know.
Skiing.
It's a bar.
Listen to this, okay? I see these guys. I'm hanging out with them. They're younger. They're the younger crowd. And this guy's like, hey, did you win a Madden tournament like 10 years ago? I'm like, yeah, I did.
Where? At the ski-in?
No.
Oh.
It was in town here. It was called Station 82. It was a place where they had video games, where they had a couple TV, like probably 8 TVs, big screens, and each TV had a console. You drop your kids off there, $5 an hour. They could sit there, they could play. You go have drinks, go eat dinner, wherever you want. And it was like a sweet place, right? Well, they had this one time I was dropping the kids off, and I've always wanted to play in a Madden tournament. And I thought, they said, Madden tournament. It's like $20 to buy in. I'm like, sweet. I thought there'd be other dudes there, people that are like my age that are going to want to play. I'm like 28, 29. I go there.
Come on, Billy Madison. You went in there and fucking rolled all these kids in a Madden tournament? Oh
yeah, they were 12 years old. This guy asked me when I said, how old are you? And he goes, I'm 22. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. That was about 10 years ago. I'm 38. I was 28. I said, yeah. He goes, you played me. You destroyed me. I was ruining kids' lives. I won the whole thing. And I steamrolled 12 and 13-year-olds all the way there. They gave me a little bit of money. They gave me a little pretend check and like free like passes for my kids to go. So when I won,
and I never gave it to my kids, and I would go.
Yeah, it's just crushed these kids. These kids. There was one time I was a little nervous, but I don't crush these kids. It was great. Sports follies.
Okay.
Have you ever committed a sport folly that you can remember?
I'm sure I have. I don't. Basketball.
Yeah.
I shooting the wrong hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never did that, but I remember you doing it. I never did that, but I remember coming back and watching a game and you did it. It was awesome.
No joke. 7th grade. No, 8th grade. 8th grade, I wore glasses, and I'm telling you, I broke my glasses, and my mom glued them with super glue right at the top point. That day, I had a game. I have the worst eyesight in the world. My glasses break in warm-ups. And I'm starting. I get the ball to start the game. They pass me the ball. I'm at the 3-point range. I shot literally like the blindest guy in the world over the basket. It went way over the basket. And it was an away game. And the entire crowd laughed their ass off at me. I would have been viral if they had cell phones back in the day. It was the most embarrassing sports folly I've ever had. Jamie, sports follies for you.
I was too good. But when I was in T-ball, there was every team has that one kid he's like the outfielder or the pitcher, but then the ball's hit and he'll run to the outfield and he'll go get it. Well, this was the kid. His name was Nick Milan, and he hit a home run, and I was on first base. And I'm running. I've never been fast at running. So I'm running at like probably about shortstop between second and third. He catches up to me and picks me up and carries me like across his arms all the way home. My parents loved telling that story.
Picked you up?
Picked me up and carried me to home.
How old was this kid?
Oh, this was T-ball. So, I mean, he was like, I don't know. We were like probably like 6.
What
I don't
was his
know.
name?
Nick Milan.
We dated for 10 years.
No, we didn't. He was a kid. On the block.
I'm gonna crush this guy.
Now he's like.
I want to find his Facebook.
He's not even. I don't even think he's on Facebook anymore. All of a sudden, he turned a leaf in his life, and no, I don't think.
He's
I don't
not
even
on Facebook anymore. I got rid of him.
Yeah. Sorry, I got married. I had to cut ties.
Yeah, cut ties to that guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though. You know what? He seemed like a romantic guy. Did he have a crush, or was he just kind of get you out of the way?
He wanted his moment to shine.
So he picked you up and carried you to home?
Yes.
Like a
princess.
princess.
I was too slow.
Oh. So that was
he was running behind you.
Yes.
Oh,
he hit the home run. I was on first. By the time he caught up to me, because I didn't know what I was doing either. I probably ran the wrong way. And he caught up to me about shortstop point between second and third and picked me up and carried me home.
Nice.
So that sounds like a hopeless romantic. Have you done anything in your life or had someone do anything for you that was hopelessly romantic, that was like, you look back at it now and go, that was either creepy or cheesy or just what was I thinking? Or what were they thinking?
I had a guy that picked me every buttercup in the elementary school field.
Were you like the hottest chick at school or something? Like, what's going on here?
I'm serious.
He came up to you and just said, here's all the buttercups.
He was
Here's
my
a 5-gallon
boyfriend.
bucket full of buttercups.
He was my boyfriend. I was in 6th grade.
Here's a 5-gallon bucket full of buttercups. Thanks. What am I going to do with these?
Really?
Yeah.
How about you? Have you done anything like
Man.
hopelessly romantic that kind of was like, wow, that's kind of cheesy? I didn't think I'd ever do that.
I don't think so.
Did I tell this?
Not that I can recall. I'm sure I have. I don't know though. I don't think so.
Did I tell the story about the time where I drove one of these girls that I had a crush on, thinking that Crystal Mountain was super close?
Oh no.
Okay, I thought Crystal Mountain was super close, and I was like, I was like,
It's like an hour from here.
I know, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some Martinellis, and I did. I bought some Martinellis, and I got these 2 wine glasses. I borrowed them. I took them out of my parents' cupboard, and I got a blanket. I got a candle. Bought a candle. It was like a $15 candle from Safeway, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take her for a nice drive. We're gonna go up to Crystal Mountain. We're just gonna kind of look at the mountain and like the scenery. I'm just gonna.
How old were you? Hold on. How old
I
were
was
you?
like 17.
And you're drinking
18.
Martinelli's.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Really, real smart.
Go on.
I'm driving. I'm about.
Martinelli's is sparkling apple cider, if you didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I guess nobody in this world knows what that is.
Who knows?
So,
There's people live in France, bro.
yeah, that's
There
true.
are people.
That is true. So 20 minutes into this drive, she's like, where are we going? And it's like 8 o'clock at night. It's like pitch dark. It's like dark.
Hold on, I can paint this picture right here. You just 10 and 2 with your Coke bottle glasses on, just like this is gonna be awesome.
in the 67 caddy.
No, Cutlass,
Bumping.
Cutlass.
This is
94 Cutlass.
Just calm down, just calm down. This is gonna be amazing. You guys are driving in the woods in the middle of nowhere.
Literally. And she goes, where are we going? And I'm like, don't worry, it's going to be a surprise. And like another 5-10 minutes go. She goes, where are we going? And I go, it's just around the corner. It's like Crystal Mountain. She's like, we're like another 40 minutes away from there. And I'm just like, oh, well, and I saw like this old logging road. And so I pull off on this logging road.
That poor girl.
Dude.
I know.
I bet you she still has nightmares right now. Are you kidding me? That's not a hopeless romantic. That is the
They didn't have GPS trackers
Bro,
on phones
that
back
is
then.
the
Her parents were probably
creepiest-
scared.
How well did you know her?
I knew her well enough.
What's
Well,
her name?
It was Jessica.
Oh, it was just
yeah. I knew her well enough to where it was like we were friends, and she knew I was interested in her, and she was kind of interested in that. Really,
But did she know you well enough to know that you were taking
It was
her
her
down?
best friend's, or
Yeah.
his best friend's
yeah,
sister.
she knew that
Oh,
she
okay.
knew I wouldn't like leave her for dead or anything like that, or make a move. I was kind of a wimp too, but
No shit.
no, weird, right? so,
He was so cool.
hey, I was Mr. EHS as a junior.
Never
okay?
heard that before.
Gosh dang it! So first underclassman ever. Anyway, so I was dead serious. Did you not know that?
Okay.
You haven't heard this story?
Yes, I've
He
heard
hasn't. Okay.
He hasn't heard the story.
I've heard the story.
No, you haven't. I'll tell
Yeah,
the story.
Mr. HS. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, anyway.
You were voted in. You won. First underclassman ever.
Great story, by the way.
I-
Most underrated story in the history of the world, I'd say.
I won it as a sophomore like 3 years before you.
No, you never wanted a sophomore.
I did. I took second every time.
Exactly.
Didn't you go to Auburn?
I was
you
the-
didn't go to Enum.
I was the
That's right.
first
Never mind.
underclassman. Let's not get derailed by that. Anyway, I pull over and I go, hey, let's get in the back seat. She goes, okay. So I get in the back seat. I know. So I lay out
Wait, so you're in a logging road and you get her in the back seat
the Cutlass, yeah. Get in the back seat.
with a bottle of Martinelli's.
Bottom, yeah. Light the candle. We kind of like sit out there. We're sitting in there. The blanket's all spread out. We're sitting on there.
Oh, hold on, hold on. I thought you were going to like put a blanket outside. No,
No. Just the back seat. It was too cold.
I see you.
It's too dark.
I see you, Nova. I see you, Nova.
So anyway, so I'm sitting there. And I'm like, and I pop the bottle. Start pouring the Martinellis. We're sitting there. Candles, like it's getting the smelly, like it's an aroma candle, just like stinking up the car at this
Paint
point.
the picture for me. What like? Okay, now that you know, like, okay, you know where your mind's at, right?
Yeah,
Tell me what's going through her mind.
it was. I'll tell you what was going through her mind right now. We kind of sit there for like 2 minutes. She goes, "Can we leave?" I go,
You? So I made her walk all the way back.
yeah. I go, okay, yep. And I just realized I was building this thing up in my head. Like, I wasn't looking for you know what. I was thinking I might get a little something, but I wasn't going for the full thing. I was still a virgin at the time, too scared. But I thought, hey, this is a good romantic thing that I'm doing. And it blew up in my face. And the whole ride home, talk about a walk of shame. That was a drive of shame for like 30 minutes just going, wow, that got weird and creepy. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That.
Have you done anything like that, though? Have you done anything? Just be honest.
Not to that. I had maybe a case of beer and like
some condoms.
a logging road. Yeah, a logging road and like maybe made out in the back of a truck or something, but nothing like
that.
Yeah.
The hopeless romantic.
You
I
are a
wrote
hopeless
poems.
romantic.
I wrote poems.
I used to write poems.
There we go.
I used to read poetry books.
Let's hear it.
No, I didn't write. I just would write them. I just like with just expression, like write them.
Did you were like Tupac writing them and they turned into raps later?
No, just write stuff.
Did you write them to any girls?
Maybe in high school, nothing crazy. Though.
Like roses are red, or were like, some days when I wake up in the morning, I wish you were with me. Something like that.
Go on.
I don't.
So this is something you wrote.
No, mine are like. Well, here's one. Some nights I go wake up confused, feeling like a fuse, burnt out of oil, feeling turmoil, like milk left out, ready to spoil.
Wait, so you made them into raps?
I did, eventually did.
You tried to make them into raps.
I did, eventually did. Because I heard Tupac did that.
Mine were more like sappy, like would just hit like a rhyme like throughout it. I was like a lyrical genius when it came to poetry.
Could you give us an example?
No, not at all. Honestly, I can't.
Like I wake up and you make me feel like a tree full of wood.
No, nothing like that, bro. No, I honestly, it was just like a little phase. I think it was more or less like just getting shit off my mind when I was going through craziness than anything.
Makes sense.
Just more like putting pen to paper instead of like putting fists through sheetrock. You know what I mean?
Dude, if you can find these, do you know where they're at?
No, dude. I don't think I have them anywhere. Maybe. I don't know.
I wrote a poem that got published.
Oh, God. Thanks. Did you go to the moon, too? It's just one-upping us over here.
Just the one-upper.
Oh, I did. You know what? I did it when I was like really hurt when I had girl problems. Yeah, man. When life was crazy, rather than me putting fists through through walls, I'd put pen to paper. I wrote a poem and it got published.
You're just trying to get deep on you, her? Yeah. Oh, this one time? Okay.
Please, Jamie, tell us about this poem when it got published. What did it get published in Sumner Reporter?
No, it was published in a book that they sold.
Who?
You still catching royalties on that?
No, I don't get any royalties. It was like one of those things where you write in like poems and
yeah.
they published it, and I don't know if my mom ever bought the book that it was published in, but I was probably 10 when I wrote it, so it was one of those like Encyclopedia Britannica type, like big book this thick.
That sounds awesome. That sounds so cool. Could you tell us a little bit about it? What was it about? Was it about the mountains? Was it about scenery?
It was about a weeping willow.
Was it really?
Yeah. I'm not going to say it. It was so stupid because it was after.
Did I not just tell one of the dumbest, most stupidest stories you've ever seen or heard in life?
I disagree. I thought it was the most creepiest story I've ever heard about.
It was like after. It was like after. What was that movie with Macaulay Culkin? My Girl, and there was like that scene
she gets stung
with
by the bees.
Yeah, and it was by the willow tree.
So
I wrote a poem that came off that. I don't know. It made me write a poem, and I won some contest, and it got published.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats. I think that should be going up in your break room.
Maybe.
Well, cool. That's awesome, actually.
That is cool. Congrats.
Did you have anything cool happen to you like getting published, or any songs go out there or anything?
I was like one Young Author of the Year award one time.
Are you serious?
3rd grade.
What was it for?
I don't know. I think I wrote about a giraffe or something. Which is weird as shit because my grammar's horrible when I write.
And you just
3rd grade. I don't know.
Did you any spelling bee participants over here? Me, 3rd grade.
We all had to, right? In class, we all had.
But
think you had
but
to.
if you won the class,
If
you
you
got to
won the
go to
class,
the
then
main
you
one.
move
I got
up.
to go to the main one year.
I got 2nd place. I lost to Prajesh Parekh.
Was you had to spell that?
You?
I lost to either. Mine was either.
I don't even remember.
I
I
what
was
word
so
lost
pissed.
on.
Like Mr. Hawk's wife was like one of the 3rd grade
Yeah.
teachers, and she was like, "Joey, spell ambulance." Me, A-M-B, go all the way through it, you know. And I was like, kind of at the end of it, I was like, ambulance. She's like, "Are you asking me or telling me?" I'm like, "Telling you." She goes, "Yeah, that's right, but you asked me questions instead of." I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
ambulance. A-M-B.
So you're like,
ambulance.
I'm never playing basketball again.
Yeah. Suck it, Hawk. No, I'm just kidding.
So either I lost. What was your? Do you remember your
I don't
word?
remember.
I remember crying. Either, and I was either. E-A-T-H-E. No, I said E-T-H-E-R. Either.
ether.
I know.
That works.
I know. And then that would explain my Cutlass story.
That would also explain.
Ether.
That would also explain a lot about Selleck.
I can't believe they made you lose on that. You could have contested that.
No.
Did you ask for? Can I have it in a
No.
sentence?
I just spelled E-A-T. I thought it was.
What is its origin?
Yeah. No, I didn't do any of that. I was
What is
3rd
its
grade.
origin? Cotton cloth, Selleck. Ether.
Can I use it in a sentence? My dad and my mom have ether again, and they used it for me to go to sleep again. Rick! Hey, so we're talking school stuff a little bit. Favorite, best lunches when you were in school and you could see the menu. Remember the calendar that was the menu, and it'd either be on the refrigerator or
I
it'd be
never
somewhere.
looked.
I
I never.
don't remember
I never
that.
had the option to look. I knew what I was eating, whatever was on the menu.
Right, but
I
you
was
didn't.
on that. I was on that lunch program growing up, bro.
But you never looked at it and went, "Sweet today's hamburger gravy" or "Sweet today's turkey."
I knew Friday was pizza day. And that's
Pizza
all I
day
cared
and
about.
chocolate milk.
Bro, pizza
And
day was
chocolate cake.
so legit. Pizza day was so legit as a kid.
Agreed.
It was literally like a 3 foot long by 2.5 foot wide sheet pan. It was just like rectangles, like pizza that was like
So
dude,
good.
I could taste it right now.
I
I
know.
would crush, dude, and I'd take it, fold it in half, and go ham like I was in New York, bro.
You're just doing one bite.
My
Did you
mouth's
dip it in
watering.
ranch?
No, we didn't have
No,
ranch.
we didn't. But I got a story for that here in a second. But yeah,
When I got to high school, they all talked about the girls at Rainier dipped their pizza in ranch, and I never liked ranch.
dude, they had the super burrito. The super burrito at EMS. It was this massive one, and you could dip it in ranch. It was like the watery ranch they used to have at high school.
Okay.
So good.
Let me talk you through my routine. You want to know what it was?
I'd love to hear
Here's
it.
my routine. Okay, so my mom worked for the high school, so she worked like not in with the cafeteria ladies, but she would work with them and prep the food and do all that stuff. But then at school, like high school, she had her own separate like little den area, and so she would sell like fresh bagels and little bags of chips and like whatever. It was totally different from whatever. So she would make me every day. I would get a yogurt, and then she'd do 2 bagels with cream cheese on the bagels, and then she'd put like turkey and like cheese on it every day, like 2 of those with like a yogurt for lunch. But in the morning, you hit that morning break, and they used to have those like breakfast bars, dude.
Ooh.
And it was basically like a hash brown with like eggs and ham and cheese together in like a hash brown
I
size.
don't remember that.
Oh, buddy.
So good.
I'd grab 2 of those and slam those on a bagel.
Yeah.
Wash it down with like a cherry Coke. It was super healthy.
Or
back then.
surge. Get a little surge out of the.
I'd have 1 cherry Coke a day, and then like in Spanish
Cherry
class, I
Coke's
had
so good.
no idea why I had the shakes and like couldn't like figure it out because
Jolt.
I just took down like an insane amount of caffeine, and I have like pre-diabetes all of a sudden.
Dude, the donuts at first morning break in high school, so good. 50 cents. Boom. Dropped to 50
I
cents.
don't remember
So
breaks
good.
in high school.
You didn't have breaks in high school?
Where'd you go to high school?
No, Auburn.
Oh, duh.
You guys had like a lunch break?
You guys had
in
like
the morning?
cigarette breaks. We had like actual like
Yeah.
I just remember in like middle school, my mom would give me $1 and Hostess donuts, the little roll of them,
Yeah.
were 65 cents, and a chocolate milk was 35. So that's what I ate almost every single day in middle school.
That was your dinner? Or was
That
your
was my
lunch?
lunch. Chocolate
Was just
donuts
chocolate
and chocolate
donuts?
milk.
Your lunch.
Sometimes I'd get powdered
Jeez.
sugar.
No, we would have like a morning break, and you'd have like 20 minutes or something, and so you could go like cafeteria, and they'd have like a full, basically like morning breakfast like deal where you get like breakfast bars or
I was too busy
donuts
socializing.
or bagels or.
Oh yeah, you're so cool.
I was socializing too, but everybody would just follow me through the bagel line.
I was too busy passing notebooks.
What's passing notebooks mean?
My friends and I. No,
Weed.
you used to pass notes for kids listening now. You used to write notes, not just text each other. And we had a binder, and we'd pass it between me, Becca, and Jordan.
And you guys would read it and then write another
And then
note.
write back to one of the other ones, and then give it to that person. We had a notebook.
So
I still have them probably.
during class.
Yeah, we'd write notes.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean that's cool.
It wasn't like passing notes. It was a binder, so it
Did
looked,
you ever-
or like a book, so it looked like.
Did you ever write with a man? With
Yeah.
a boy?
No, it was me,
Did he
Jordan,
carry you?
and Becca, and then we invited Rachel. Started writing.
Did you ever
them
drive
notes, I
someone out in
think.
the middle of nowhere and make them think that you were gonna?
And put a blanket out in the back seat and light a candle
No,
in
but
the
I've
middle
been
of the
there.
car?
I've been there, and it's creepy. It's very creepy.
Have you done that? Have you had somebody do something creepy for you?
Mhm.
Who? It wasn't me.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, a couple times.
I've been creepy. No, be
I
honest.
don't remember.
Yeah, you just said that joke. Is that
I
there's a
was
little truth to
joking.
honesty? Have you ever had? Then you looked away. What creepy thing have I done?
I'm just going to sit here and narrate because I'm watching Travis lose his shit.
Wait, you tell me right now. No, have I been creepy?
He's full on eye contact with Jamie right now, and he is distraught.
Tell me a creepy
I've told
thing.
you you're creepy a lot when you're like, why don't you?
But it's
across the living room.
But it's
from
all
me.
joking. I'm being jokey creepy.
Oh, like
I
sexual
don't remember.
joking.
Yeah,
I
sexual
don't remember
creepy.
back.
Sexual
then.
creepy?
I don't
Hey.
remember anything. You remember everything for me, so you tell me if there was.
Hold
a
on.
I've
creepy
never
one.
been creepy.
Real quick, from dude to dude.
Yeah.
Like what you just said, like creepiness, like sexual creepiness.
Yeah.
It's you say it creepily, but you're like, if she bites on this, it's game
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
And then when she's like, "What are you talking about?" You're like, "I'm totally
Not
messing
just
with
messing.
you."
Come on.
Gosh,
But
I'm just trying to be funny.
but if you're down,
No, you don't say that. You just if they were to bite on it, then you're like, "Oh."
LOL, JK on my JK if you're cool with it. All right. So
That was creepy.
we were talking about senior. This is what I was scared of. I was scared of this. We talked about like our food and this and that. Did you want to? Was there more that you wanted to add to it? I don't want to skip over.
No, don't go.
Actually, I've never heard this. My friend went to Auburn. Okay, my cousin went to Auburn.
Who?
On this?
Aaron? No, he went to Riverside. He said.
He went to Riverside, but before that, he said that they had a table that if it was a give and take table, where if you didn't like something that you were just going to throw away, you would bring it to this table and you would leave it there, and then you would take something from it
Of food?
of food.
In high school?
This was in elementary school, so you wouldn't throw it away. He said that table was littered with bananas. It was just all bananas. You would think you're going to go over there and get like a chocolate pudding or something. Like, I'm gonna trade this little banana in for a chocolate pudding. No, it was just you brought your banana over and there was just other bananas, either less
That's a
ripe
pretty
or,
good
more,
idea,
or
though.
more ripe.
That's a pretty good idea.
I like that idea too. I've never heard of it before.
But here's the thing, like
It's a very good idea. Because there's kids that are hungry.
I agree, right? But as a kid, do you walk to that table? Like, you
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
point.
Like,
Yeah.
where's the fine line? I think it's a great idea, but then flip it around on different. I don't
Because
know.
then the mean kids are going to see you walking up to the table to get food.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something when we were talking about middle school.
Yeah.
Did your school ever do those? It's like Match.com, but around Valentine's they'd do it, and you'd fill out these things, and it didn't matter if it was, and it was like
we never did this. I love this
Really?
already.
It was
Maybe we did.
Auburn was weird as shit.
no.
Yeah.
This was in junior high. I don't think they did it in high school, but you would fill it out. You'd fill out like what you
Favorite
like and
color.
everything, and it would match you up, and you'd get this little carbon copy
Oh
sheet.
yes.
And it would say like, "Oh my gosh." I don't even remember who some of the upperclassmen would be like your best match, and you'd be like, "Oh my gosh,
I remember this.
Greg DeBolt."
This was
Oh,
in middle school,
kidding.
though. It was like 7th grade and 8th grade for
Yeah.
us. Yeah. And I think people like did it, and then they more like giggled, like, "Oh my gosh, that's so!" And but no one ever acted on it. It wasn't
I don't think anyone ever acted. You don't remember that? Oh my gosh, they did it probably twice a year. They would do it probably on Valentine's and probably
I remember
one
doing
other
it
time of
once,
the year.
and I remember just everyone laughing. Like you would mostly be like, "Oh, you got mixed with Travis." Isn't that great?
You'd be over there like, but look at this new Pokemon card I got.
And they do boys and boys too for friends. Like if you wanted to find out a good friend, that's how you do it.
But it was always like carbon copy. They did it though. You did that too, you think?
Yeah.
In Enumclaw or middle school or what?
I don't know about you guys. I went to the principal's office quite a bit in junior high school.
Okay.
And one of the highlights of going to the principal's office was you'd get that carbon copy slip, or when you got in trouble. I love the smell of them. Have you ever smelled a carbon copy?
I like that question, actually. I know what you're talking about. Yes, that is
something
a good smell.
about the smell.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I had that same smell with what smell brings you back other than the carbon copy? Brings you back to like a time or place when you were a kid. Like you could smell it, and you catch it every once in a while. For me, it's styrofoam. It's when you unpack that.
To me, it's when somebody lights up a cigarette.
That's legit. Actually,
parents smoke. You'd be like,
yeah,
okay.
And even in the house, you'd smell that. What was yours? Anything smell?
I can't think of any.
No smell. Mm-hmm. So we're talking school. Senior wall. I was scared to death for going to school because of getting canned, pantsed, or the senior wall. Senior stampede.
So they used to do this thing at Enumclaw, and it died with our class. It died with our class, unfortunately, but we were just a different. Not that we were different, like we were going to do it, but like we had people in that too much to lose. It wasn't worth it. But senior locker bay was basically the big corridor where everybody would walk through. So eventually, at one point, or a couple times during the year, you'd go to everybody try to go to class, and the seniors would make a wall across the whole thing, and they wouldn't let anybody through. So any underclassmen or anybody trying to get through, teachers, nobody, they wouldn't let anybody through. And then at the end of it, the whole senior class would go one way together in a stampede and just bulldoze people and run them over, all the way out the door, and then they'd leave.
Yeah,
and how often was that?
Maybe twice a year.
Yeah,
definitely maybe before a big break or at the end of the year for sure. It was going down.
Dude, you dive out of the way. You would run into classes if you saw these people coming at you.
I remember this little teacher. I won't say her name, but she stepped out and said, "Stop!" and they went right over.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. Oh, have you ever heard the story of the one teacher that back in the day, maybe early 80s-ish? He was there when I was there. He might not have been there when you were there, but somebody dropped acid in his coffee cup.
Yes.
Early 80s, somebody walked in and he always had a coffee cup.
Early 80s? You weren't in school then?
No. It was just or maybe it was later on. It wasn't when we were there. You
just heard the story.
I think it was early 90s.
The teacher had been there for 30 years.
I gotcha. Right. Okay.
And he was old and he was creepy-ish come across. Yeah. But he was cool. But apparently somebody dropped a hit of acid in his coffee, and he would drink his coffee through the whole class. Yeah. By the end of it, he's crawling, climbing the chalkboards and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I heard it was nuts.
Dude, it was the same class. I was in his class that Rhiannon banged her head. That if Rhiannon didn't bang her head, I could have been probably the senior royalty. I was senior royalty. Sorry.
What happened? What'd she do?
Oh, I heard this the other day.
She passed out, and it was a health class. He was a health teacher, and
he was.
Yeah, he was. When I was there, sometimes they'd move around, but she was just sitting there, and all of a sudden just passed out, and just her head hit the concrete. This
God, it's so scary.
And then I guess who would eventually, Justin Kugler, eventually the senior homecoming king, whatever. I should have been that. I was just a prince. Whatever. But
keep going.
No, I just want to sit on this for a little bit. Okay, I'm good now. And so I guess he did the second base thing and just carried her in his arms like she was a princess.
What happened? Too much cherry Coke.
No, she had low blood sugar or something. Just
too much cherry, not enough cherry Coke.
Something. I don't know. Maybe she had a Hostess and a friggin' chocolate milk. I don't know.
I was almost like that every day in Spanish class after lunch. with them shimmies from freaking Cherry Coke, bro. Like, okay. She'd be like, "Are you okay?" I'd be like, and you had to talk in Spanish. I knew nothing about Spanish. Baño? Bathroom? Can I go?
So, Jamie, did you guys have anything that was like anything that people would get pantsed or they'd get bird knocked or monkey bumped or anything like that back in the day?
Bird bonked or monkey numped? What?
Speaking to your mic.
Bird knocked?
Bird knocked. Don't know what that
Get hit in the back of the head?
Oh.
I was on the bus.
What about this? Booked?
Oh, did you get booked?
No.
How about tabletop where the person would get behind
No.
the other person, someone shove each other? Like, what did you guys drink? Mimosas and freaking, like, did you guys, like, this is Auburn.
We
You
were
make it,
drinking wine.
yeah, you make it sound like you guys just, like, we just matched up each other and we would just sit around and just write poems with each other.
Did you guys used to
The
fight
willow
for
tree.
anybody?
Yeah, come on.
Did you guys
Fight
used
for anyone?
to fight for anybody?
Ooh,
When you just grab somebody and slam up against the locker, we call that Pfeiffer.
yeah, Pfeiffer, getting Pfeiffered hardcore.
It didn't happen to me, so I don't remember it.
Dude, if you get Pfeiffered, look out. You're changing schools.
Most of us didn't stick around at school during lunch
Oh
break.
yeah,
when that
because
would
we
be
had
happening.
open lunch.
We did.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
so they would just bail, go to Athens Pizza and just
We
drink.
would.
But
drink a.
No,
Okay.
I would go and I would skip class. Me and my friend Nathan would go shopping, and we would never come back.
You and your friend who?
Nathan.
Okay.
He's met Nathan.
Oh, yeah, I have. You guys seem pretty close.
We're very close. He was one of my best friends. But yeah, we used to skip class.
Did he
all the
drive you
time.
out in the middle of nowhere and try to...
No, but we'd go drink. We'd go pick up my paycheck at Safeway on Fridays. Me, Donovan Driggers, which was Jordan's boyfriend at the time. We both worked at Safeway. We'd go skip class at lunch. Well, we'd go to Safeway and then not come back.
So we had Randy Gallatin, but we also had Mavis Martinson. And Mavis, who I see like 3 times a month, we're going to bring her on here.
She's awesome.
We got to bring
She was
Mavis on
there
I would
here.
love to have her
night.
on here. I'd love
She's-
to hear some stories.
she's
My mom
down.
used to work with her at, obviously, at the high school, and then they'd paint together in the summer, so I'm sure Mavis has some
Oh,
good
dude, we're bringing
stories.
Mavis on next time we come out here because we got to talk. But Mavis would get us that. We didn't have open lunch. Mavis would give us the little M with the circle signature, and then we would all get it. And I remember Randy Gallatin, boys, come on. And it would be me, Griffin Nash, Peter, Rob Martinson, a few other people, and they'd say, "You guys got notes?" Every time, had a note from Mavis. Mavis always hooked us up. So
I had like 4 DECA classes my senior year, so I'd be going to history and I'd be like, Mr. York, I got to go help at the student store. And then I would leave, and it was fine.
wow,
They didn't
just a
care.
liar.
No, I would. I would go skip class and make bagel sandwiches for the lunch.
Bagel sandwiches that
And
Joey would
make
be
Otis
washing
Spunkmeyer
down with
cookies.
cherry cokes.
I
So
didn't
you guys,
attend much school.
did you
my
guys have any
senior year.
fights? Did you get in a fight in high school?
No, just at Girls Trip in
What's-
Chelan.
Was that in high school?
No.
That was later on in life?
Yeah.
You got in a fight? Did you punch anybody?
No, I got slapped.
You got
I've
slapped?
told you this by Rachel, one of my best friends
Yeah,
now.
she's still friends.
I know.
She slapped you?
She got mad at me. They didn't like my boyfriend Mike at the time, and I said, well, at least I don't have to go on Match.com to meet my husband.
But
And she
here's the
slapped
thing.
me and ran.
Did she go to Auburn?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys were all trained to go friggin' to these Match.com places, and that's how you guys were able to meet people. She's just doing, I learned this in high school, and then she smacked you because she had no other teaching on how to meet
How
other
old
people.
was she when she was going on Match.com?
This was when we were like 24, probably. 23, 24.
You were
I
with
think-
Mike when you were 24?
No, I guess not. 28. Holy cow, that was in Chelan.
Dude, you know what I was doing at
I
28?
was 28 because Mike and I just met.
You know-
You'd been married for 10 years.
And you know what I was when I was 28?
Huh.
Smashing kids in Madden tournaments at the local arcade. So,
Yeah, I'm old. It was like over 10 years ago.
And
10 years ago to
so-
me is when I was 21.
so she slapped you. What did you do?
I was in shock and I said,
Were you getting toenail shock? Where you get
Yeah.
toenails ripped off for $1 million?
no, it was just horrible. It was a big fight. It was all us girls fought. And the next morning we all made up.
Made out.
Made up.
I think she said made out.
And that was the first trip that Tanya wasn't invited to after that because she paid her way, even though she backed out.
Whoa,
at the
okay.
last
We're not
minute.
okay. Listen, now we're not gonna start airing some drama out here. I don't need to have turf wars on this podcast. I want more people to listen, not less.
Come on, girl.
Any fights for you, Joey?
Not in high school.
Anyone punch you in the face before?
Yeah.
Who punched you in the face? Let me ask you this: did anyone punch you in the face that you were surprised actually had the balls to punch you in the face? Like, you're like, whoa, was not expecting that kid to hit me in the face.
No, I think I told the story that one on that Pullman where the guy grabbed me by the throat and then we throttled him.
But nothing in high school, nothing in junior high.
Never got any fights in high school. I was.
Did you ever push?
I turned a new leaf in high school. Remember?
Well, I thought junior high you were pushing people around though.
It was. And I
Did
turned
anyone?
a new leaf.
But did anyone like? Did any bully like do like the whole Back to the Future like clench the fist and hit you in the face and?
No, I mean like when I was an underclassman, the older classmen because I was so big would light me up, but not like that.
Okay, so
not like punch and stuff.
So no one ever.
I basically was getting Pfeiffered then. That's why I handed it down to Pfeiffer.
That sounds terrible.
It was.
You were getting Pfeiffered?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What's your fondest memory in high school?
Of you?
Yeah.
I think you did something cool. No, I just remember your outfits. You'd always, Joey. If you didn't know Joey back, I only saw when he was a senior. You know, I paid attention to like Breidenbach. I thought Breidenbach was a funny guy. I thought that was Cody Day in your class, or was he?
He's a year older.
You're older. He pantsed me, and I didn't like him too much. He's nice. Talk to him now. He's a nice guy. Bolton, Jenny Bolton. She was cool. She wasn't your grade, was she?
Katie
Bolton.
She was a year older than me.
Yeah, she was hot. She was cool. And then Emily Bort, was she your grade?
She was a year older than me.
You're older than you.
But I always that's who I hung out with was all those people.
Yeah, she was cool. I remember just being like, you're a freshman. You're like, dude, this girl's cool. This girl's cool. All these people. Mm-hmm. Sarah Poe Hardison, she was.
All those were a year older than me, but that's who I hung out with.
And she was cool too.
Yeah.
I thought she was awesome too. But when I saw Joey, and this is the truth, I've never seen Donkey Kong, but there's this like cousin. There's like this cousin of like Donkey Kong Country who like wears overalls, but he has like one overall like undone.
You're so full of shit right now.
And are they stonewashed?
You're so
they're
full of it, dude.
And I'm like, oh, dude, that's like the guy
Donnie Wahlberg.
Dude, he was Donnie Wahlberg. Joey was Donnie for sure.
He's looking up pictures on his phone.
Yeah,
He's
what are you
like,
doing right now?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, you're not. What did I just say?
You said I'm Donnie Wahlberg.
Before that.
A Donkey Kong.
Okay, after
You
that.
listen better than me.
Donnie Wahlberg.
That's really
Why can't I pull that
I'm
out? And Travis is like, you didn't hear a word I said. I'm like, I did.
Oh,
He
that's
said
really good.
Madden.
If you guys didn't know,
Just so you know, I had never wore my overalls with one strap on.
strap.
You're so
one
full of
I
shit.
got
flap
so many
flipping
pictures
over.
of it.
You're so full of it. Show me one.
I will. I'll get the yearbook out.
Yeah, I guarantee both straps
He'll
are
call
locked
your
and
mom.
loaded.
Here I got one. Can I tell the story real quick?
Yeah, please do.
Here is an almost terrible.
I'm listening.
What are you doing?
An almost terrible what?
What are you playing over there? Solitaire?
No, yeah. I'm listening. Almost terrible.
Are you playing Candy Crush over there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Griffin Eschpeter on here one time, but he wants to come on this episode, one of our episodes.
With you and me?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You know, remember Griffin? Yeah, you know Travis Eschpeter, right?
I remember Griffin too. Go on.
So, and we'll bring Zach too, and the girl, the same chick that I drove out in the middle of nowhere.
Jessica.
No, you can't say that. Anyway, no, not her. So, we bought each other Christmas gifts that year, and believe it or not, we bought them. I was when the Gap sweatpants were super cool, and then what were they called? They were fleece.
He still has them.
No, I don't. I got rid of them.
Yes, you do.
I got rid of. Well, I mean, I still wear those, but I don't have the ones that she has that she got me. Swear and everything. It's gone. Anyway, she bought them for me. Now, I thought this is very embarrassing. I don't know if I can tell the story. But this guy's just.
I'm listening. Very embarrassing.
What are you doing?
I'm reading something. You're fine. I'm listening.
What is Iran blowing us up right now?
No, listen to me. Nobody can see that I'm on my phone.
I need your reaction.
Okay,
while I'm
let's
talking.
go. Let's go.
Finish whatever you're reading.
No, go. I'm all ears. She bought you fleece pants, okay?
Okay. And she used to sometimes not wear underwear to school. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I thought, hey, I got these fleece pants. She bought them for me for Christmas. I think one day I'm going to go commando too.
You got pants.
Okay. I wish.
I've heard this story.
So I was also the class clown. I didn't know there was a rally. What do they call that? Where like
Pep rally?
Pep rally.
A rally?
Yeah, there's a.
I must have been gone. I must have been out of here by then. The hell happened?
There's a pep rally, and they're like, "Hey, Trav, why don't you wear this like old Hornet suit that we found, like stuffed away in the closet? In the closet." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds good. I'll do that in some locker somewhere." I go underneath the whole
Bleachers.
Thank you. I go to the bleachers, and I start like changing into it. I realize I ain't got no undies on. I got nothing, and so I still get into this thing because I said I would.
You get naked?
I'm completely naked underneath the bleachers.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
dead serious.
Dude, you should have went to jail. Creep. Dude, you are a creep. Why would you just wear your fleece pants under this thing?
Good idea now, because
That's common sense.
and the thing is like the Hornet outfit was like it's like cut like right to your very high
Oh, it's shorts?
mid thigh. It was mid shorts and it's zipped up in the back, and then it was a Hornet outfit
From like the
from the
70s.
70s. Yes, it was
That zipper's toast.
Yeah. So I'm running around. I do the whole slide on my belly thing, which I overcompensated and like chinned it the whole time, like on the gym floor, just and then popped up and I start dancing, doing this. Music's going. Seniors are there, juniors are there, sophomores, freshmen, teachers. And I'm just dancing around, pumping up the crowd. And then I get like, okay, I'm done with this, and I jump into the crowd next to Griffin Eschpeter and Rob Martinson, and they think it would be hilarious if they pull this suit off of me in front of everybody. So Griffin, I'm not a strong guy. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not the Hulk that I am now.
But you are if your tallywhacker's going to be hanging out in front of the whole student class.
Skinny. I was very skinny. So one guy held me down while the other one starts like, and I'm wrestling like, no guys, like tears. Like I'm getting tears at this point. These guys are like my good friends. And I'm like, no guys, stop. Like, and I'm like, everyone's going to see me naked. And they're pulling off this suit off of me, and they get down to the bottom, and I'm wrestling as much as I can. And I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but you get to the point where you've like exhausted all energy. You've wrestled as much as you possibly can.
Just gave up.
You give up. It's everyone's been there wrestling with your brother on the living room floor. Something to where you just are just completely just like you've given all the.
You're not going to win,
and you just go, I'm done. This is what I'm accepting my fate at this point. And so I just went limp and just had no fight left in me. And I thought this is going to be the end of me. And a miraculous thing happened. Once I went limp, they also didn't they kind of didn't care anymore. Yeah. And they just stopped taking the suit off me. Once I felt them release their grip, I jumped up, went back underneath the bleachers.
Got completely naked
again. and then put my clothes on, and I was good. I was out there. And I wore undies, boxers, whatever you want to call it, the rest of the time. From then on, I learned my lesson.
Going commando is the worst thing in the world.
Why is that?
I just don't. I just think it's not good.
What do you mean?
It's just not comfortable.
Just too much flop?
Yeah, like everything. Like, yeah.
You don't feel like hugged up and tight?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I get it, like in a pair of shorts at home watching a show or sleeping or whatever, right. You know, but not like throughout my whole day of school.
Did you ever like forget it and had to like play in a game with just?
No.
Did you guys wear jocks back in the day? Jock straps?
Yeah.
Do people still wear that in high school or in like?
No, now it's like compression shorts. You just throw those things on. Cups?
Did you have to wear a cup playing baseball or anything like that?
No, I didn't play. Remember, I gave it up.
Oh yeah, you gave it up. Football? Did they wear cups back in the day?
No. Jock though. That's why my ass looks like you could bounce a quarter off of it.
But no, anything like that? Anything weird like that ever happened to you?
Mm-mm. Yeah, actually in like third grade we had like this, but it just showed my underwear, but still I was like, we had to like change, we had like run and like put on like jump down, maybe it was like a beanbag or like a bag thing or something, like class party or something, and I went to like do it, I was wearing like sweats or something and like pulled like just my underwear showed or something, and it like scarred me for life.
Pulled them all the way down.
Scarred me for like years. I was like so embarrassed.
Oh.
I was like, and then I was like, dude, Those teachers were lucky to see that.
What teacher was like, yeah, this is why I teach?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was though.
What about you, Jamie? I think awkwardly weird where you almost were naked in front of a bunch of people.
I mean, one time at Emerald Downs, and it was like in a movie, and I had a long flowy skirt, and the wind caught it when I got around the building, and the wind caught it and up.
Were you
and
wearing
underwear everywhere? Got old men on a whole, like, I was walking past this like bench of old men and everything, and it was like Marilyn Monroe moment. I was like,
and did you were you wearing stuff underneath?
I had underwear on,
Oh, okay.
but it was still embarrassing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody laughed.
How old were you?
30 something.
30 something. All right. Well, good. Good.
That was good stories.
What was your story?
She was wearing a long flowy dress at Emerald Downs, and she was wearing underwear, and the wind blew it up. Everybody saw it.
I'm impressed. You're the most amazing guy I ever met in my life.
I hear that a lot.
Dude, as this Kate, I was like, hey, are you paying attention to me? And you're like, and
I pay attention to everything.
And then she's like, and then does she ever get like, dude, you're not paying attention? And then you tell her everything you just said?
She's the one that I'm like, did you hear what I said? She's like, yeah. And she says something I said like 5 minutes ago. No.
That's me.
Talking about right now.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. I feel like this is a pretty good Hollerin with Hollenbeck.
Pretty legit.
Dude, it's a banger. I feel like this is a banger.
Hey, starting the year out right, bro.
Absolutely. Everyone, please send us your embarrassing. I want to read embarrassing stories to Joey about what has happened to you. I want to hear everything. Tell us about the time you tried to drive someone out in the middle of nowhere. Tell us about the time that your flowy skirt flopped up everywhere, or you got pants when you were in 3rd grade,
or when you got naked and underneath the whole student body, and then.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and have a great week.